Hello friends, welcome to my channel Spark FAQs. In this channel I am posting a lot of Spark related video content, and also I am posting a lot of information with respect to programming language called Python and Scala. Okay, so in this video I am going to uh, explain you the step-by-step procedure how to install Docker on EC2 instance. I created a EC2 instance with low cost. If you want to know how to do this, I did a step-by-step procedure in the previous videos. You can go and refer it. And this is the official website for Docker, which is a Docker is a containerization technologies, which is like very lightweight VMs. Okay, so which is used to isolate the environment, to create isolation environment for your different applications. Say example, if you have a Python application which is developed in Python 2.0, and you have a similar application which is you upgraded, you have a same application which is upgraded to Python 2.6 for the until your latest migrated application to get stable. You want to have both application to be running on the server, on the same server. You don't want to purchase a separate server because of the cost estimation problem. Then you can actually have containers which is running on two different runtimes, and you can host your two different applications on two different runtimes. So these are the some of the scenarios where Docker is used. So we are going to install this Docker on top of Ubuntu. The Ubuntu version which I using in my virtual machine, which is in EC2, is Ubuntu 18.04. Okay, so the first step is to update the package installer package, and then you can actually add some of the you can install some of the packages like apt transport HTTPS and curl other packages, right? So first we'll update the repository. So for that I'll just connect to my virtual machine, the EC2 instance, which is a virtual machine on cloud. I'll just go my VM is, I restarted my EC2 instance. I stopped and stopped, so I have a different public IP address. I will launch this. So this is my Ubuntu the EC2 instance with Ubuntu 18.04. You just clear the terminal. I'll update this. I will update the package manager, which is the Ubuntu package manager, using a sudo apt hyphen get space update. So it's almost up to date. So I'm also installing other packages which I mentioned, like HTTPS transport apt transport HTTPS, and CS certificates, and curl. So these are some of the package we will install. We enter. So it's asking, it will take some additional 154 KB of space, so fine for me. I'll just say yes. So it is going to install the packages. Some of the things it's already there, and it is installed the remaining things. This is done. Okay, so now what we'll do is there is a Docker official GPG key. We need to update this key. So we are going to run this curl command. So this is the reason we installed curl in the previous step. So it is getting the GPG key from this URL. We'll run this curl command. So it says unsafe ownership on home directory. It's fine. Okay, so just warning, you can ignore it. Now the next step is to the following command to set up the stable repository, which is actually it is going to, we are going to get the Docker repository URL and add it to our repository list in the Ubuntu, and then we will use the command to install the Docker. Okay, so for that we need to update our repository, get the repository and set up on the Ubuntu. This is the command to set up. So it's actually fetching the this is setting this repository to our the file called. Generally, this is a source sources dot list dot d. In this folder, you created this docker lot list with this URL, so that whenever you run a command, sudo apt get install the docker command, it will actually refer this URL and get the latest installer from that URL. So we run this command, so it is updated. If you want, you can go and check in this URL. If you put ls on this sorry, the location, so you will see docker.list is there. I'll just keep this command also, so that when I share this command, you can verify it. You can these commands to you can verify it. And then once this is updated, we'll update update the package installer. This is done. Now this is the command to install a docker. Okay, we are installing docker community edition as well as the command line the CLI docker command lines interface. So this is a command to install docker community edition engine, the docker engine, and also the CLI, and the container D is the process. It's going to consume additional 448 MB of disk space. I'll say yes. So it is going to install the docker now. So it is installing the docker CLI now, and is creating some symbolic files. So it is successfully created. Okay, so successfully it is installed the docker on this machine. Now next commands to verify the docker version what it installed. For that, sudo docker sudo space docker space hyphen version. If you give this, the docker version it got installed is 20.10.7. so you can use command like sudo docker images. So there is no images because this is fresh installation. So if you say docker images, it gives a permission error, because this user has to be part of your docker group. So it is not there. That's why you need to use a sudo prior to your docker command, right? So docker ps, if you see, it will show you the running containers. There is no image, there is no container as of now. So what we need to do is we'll just try to test our installation. There is a image called hello world. We will try to run this image image to create a containers. Docker run and provide the image name. So docker run followed by the image name, it will create a container. Okay, so look at here this command, you will see some interesting things. So when I do this, it is trying to locate this image at local, but it's not found out in the local. Then it is trying to pull the image called in the inside library / the hello world. So then it pulled the docker image. The image name is basically a hello world latest. This is the tag name. Okay, image name followed by whatever is coming is a tag name, tag ID or tag name. Then it is ran, and it has these messages actually in the hello from docker. This is the just simple text message they put it on that docker image. Okay, so it ran successfully. To verify whether the image is now saved in local, you can run this docker images. So there is a hello world image being here. Okay, this is the image ID, and it's created at long back. This creation date is at where we pulled from that place, not in this local date. So we are able to successfully create a successfully install a docker on this EC2 instance and run this sample image. And we will also install docker compose, which is used for running a multi-container application. Okay, so we'll install docker compose as well, Before that, let's add this user Ubuntu to the group called Docker, so that you don't need to use the sudo keyword before your Docker command. For that, you need to restart it. So for now, I just continue with the sudo. Later, when we reinstall the VM, then we should be able to run without sudo command. So to install Docker Docker Compose is very simple step. You have to download your Docker Compose, the installation file from this location. So I just use the sudo curl command, and it downloading, and it is placing in the USR local bin directory. So run this curl command. It has downloaded the Docker Compose. So at this location it is downloaded. Now we go and set the permission for it, execute permission. Okay, so, and also you can create a symbolic link so that we can run this Docker Compose command. So once this is created, now we should be able to run the Docker Compose command. So docker-compose space -- version. So it says Docker Compose 1.29.2 version is installed. So I hope this video is helpful. In this video we install a Docker version I think 20 point something, and then we try to run a simple we try to pull a simple Docker image hello world, and we were able to run it successfully. And also we installed the Docker Compose, which is for creating a multi-container applications. Thank you so much, friends. Please subscribe to my channel SparkFAQs, and please support me by watching my videos, and I'll share my content to your friends as well, so that I will get benefited and you also get mutually benefited. Thank you so much, friends.